Look at that, I think they're birds.
I think they're planes.
It's the Swannies!
Junior sedans.
We race junior sedans at Speedway. So junior sedans is a type of race car division. So we race them on an oval track made of dirt and clay. And our division consists of drivers from the age of 10 until 17 before they can move up into older adult divisions where you can win money and more trophies and all that.
I've been racing for about 1.5 years. It was really fun. It's good to race against other people. It's nice to be competitive with other people.
So I've been racing since January 2021 and it's been a thrill and I've been loving the competitiveness against Noah. And yeah.
I started racing in December in 2020 and I love being able to drive and compete against other racers. And so this now is my 3rd year of racing.
Yeah, so when COVID was around, we had to wear masks in the pits, but when we were actually in the car we could take them off.
Yeah, because we need to still be able to wear like our protective gear as well. Like our helmets and balaclavas.
So we have a race suit which is completely fireproof and very big.
Mine looks
Don't
better.
include that.
Fireproof underwear, so you wear this under your race suit. So you have long sleeve t-shirts and long pants, and they're also fireproof, so in case of any fires it helps you to not get as burnt.
We've got the helmet which has tear-offs on it, so that then if it gets completely filled with mud then you can rip one off and then you have a new visor.
But under the helmet you wear firstly one of these. These are called a race receiver or one-way, and so it's like this. So you have your headphones which go into your ears, and it's so like the chief steward can communicate with you. So like if there's a yellow light or a red light, if there's been a crash, then you can easily get told. And then over that you have the balaclava. That's like the fireproof underwear, except it protects your face and hair from the fire. You put that on, it goes around your neck, so like that. So that helps to stop your head from going too far forward and whacking your head on the steering wheel if you have a crash. But they also have a different type of these, which are called harness devices. And they have straps which clip onto your helmet, and it basically stops your head from going too far forward.
So we've also got some fireproof gloves which help you grip the steering wheel and protect your hands from any fires.
You have the boots. There you go.
We have some fireproof socks.
I used to race go-karts, and my family does scrutineering, which is checking over the car for sprint cars, and Dad decided that we're going to do Speedway.
Our family is 3rd generation racers from both sides of the family. So my dad used to race street stocks and super sedans, and my granddad used to race late models, super sedans and stockies. And then on the other side of the family, my mum used to race junior sedans, and her dad used to race production sedans, I think.
And some of her brothers also used to race junior sedans as well. I had a crash last year in November where it was at Morris Speedway, and they wet the track in the corners down low, and so I was trying so hard to overtake a car, except then I finally got them on the inside of one of the straights, and then we went into the corner, but then my car hit the wet stuff, and then it sent me up track. Then the car that I just passed, they hit the back right of me, then sent me straight into the wall. And it gave me concussion and whiplash.
Mine wasn't that big, but I ended up rolling over. So on one of the previous laps, someone cut in front of me and pushed me into the fence, and then coming around the next two corners, the car's gone to spin out, and I've tried to correct it, and that's caused the right front wheel to dig in to the ground and flip me over.
My crash was because I was coming around the outside of 3 cars. One car spun out and hit I think it was Alyssa.
Yeah.
Hit Alyssa, and then Alyssa's hit another car, and then that car's come in front of me. I've T-boned her, like in the middle of the straight, and then we've both hit the wall.
Racing in the wet is fun, but also not fun, because you have to be super careful when you're going around the corners, because you don't know what the car's going to do with the track. And then racing in the dry, if the track's gone black because of all the rubber, then it's usually really quick racing, which is very fun.
I'd prefer maybe in the middle, because when the track's wet, then it's slipperier and you can spin out and lose control easier. But also when it's too dry, then it also causes lots of ruts, which makes it a lot harder to turn as well.
I prefer sort of like tacky, which is in the middle of wet and dry. So it's where the track's nice and sticky and the car drives a lot better on it. It's nice and smooth.
For my business class in Year 10, I'm currently organising an event to happen later on in the year, where we have a race car display to come, which will have a sausage sizzle and probably some other Year 10 business ideas.
We think that it would be a really good idea if we could bring our cars to school, and as a fundraiser we could drive people around in them, so they'd be sitting as passengers. Then we could either do it like at the front oval or out the back once the Year 12s have left, so we wouldn't hit any of their cars. And so they could pay us to drive them around as a fundraiser. Would that be okay, Dr. Pretorius?
We're going to drive really slowly, Dr. Pretorius.
We promise. You can go on to highline69.com to get some Whittington Racing jumpers and some t-shirts, and they also include hats and all sorts of things.
And so this is my t-shirt. So it's got the name and then the car, and down the bottom you have the sponsors. And I'm car number 14 or 14W.
I'm car number 9, and I have a better looking car than she does.
No.
I have the best looking car.
Yep. And your number is?
56.
It's the Swannies.